Hi guys, so today I've done this highlight and contour tutorial, and while I'm actually doing it, I'm talking it through with you guys, so it's a little bit more chatty but very, very informative. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of Armani's Luminous Silk Foundation mixed with some Makeup Forever HD foundation. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a light layer of this. I'm going to dot it all around my face first. I'm also going to go ahead and apply a small amount of IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. It does have some colour correcting peachy tones to it, so I want to just apply it underneath my eyes so I can hide my dark patches and then apply normal concealer over it. Because this is really high coverage, you only need a tiny amount. Now I'm going to blend out my under eyes first with a Zoeva Concealer Buffer Brush. So I'm just using stippling motions and pushing that concealer upwards. Now over the top of this, I'm going to apply a light layer of Maybelline Fit Me concealer, just so it all blends out seamlessly with my foundation. I'm going to use my Zoeva 107 brush to just lightly buff this in. And I forgot to mention earlier that I've already applied my primer, and I used Smashbox's Photo Finish Primer. This Sigma 3D HD Precision brush just allows me to precisely blend out my concealer, being really careful around my eye makeup. I'm also going to go in with my Dampen Beauty Blender and just bounce that all around my face, just because I feel like that gives a chance to pick up any excess product, as well as giving me a more smoother, cleaner and airbrushed finish. So I'm just going to do that all over. I don't like actually applying and buffing the foundation out with this and the concealer because I feel like it soaks up too much of the product. A number one rule of general face makeup is to always apply your creams and then your powders. Now we get into the contouring bit. I'm going to start off with this cream contour stick that is by NYX, which is the NYX Wonder Stick. And this is a double-edged contour stick with a contour side and a highlight side. So when I am contouring, I do it very lightly. I don't want to do it too strong because that's just never the look that I'm sort of going for. On a day-to-day basis, I don't cream contour, I just powder contour. So generally, I don't really use cream contour, and I only use it if it's like a big occasion, if I know I'm going to be photographed or I want my face mega contoured. But I'm going to show you guys how to do all of the main bits anyway. Because we need to do all the creams, I'm going to use the contour side of this stick pencil, and I'm going to lightly trace out the areas that I want to contour. So I want to do a tiny little bit, literally the smallest amount of product is all you need across my forehead. I really don't like contouring my nose with cream contour because I struggle to blend it out. My Cupid's bow. I like to do a tiny little bit underneath my lip because that gives you the illusion of a fuller pout. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the cheekbones, and that kind of starts from this part. You can line it up with the beginning of your ear, and don't do it too low because then when you blend it out your cheeks are going to be too low. So it's better to be higher than it is to be lower because you can blend it downwards easier than you can blend it upwards, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to lightly trace that out and then make it a little bit thicker closer to the ear, and repeat on the other side. It doesn't need to be perfect, which is something that we need to remember. And typically contour, if you're doing it right, the angle should start from this ear and it should come all the way down to meet the lip. And then I'm going to do a little bit along my jawline. You don't want it to look like it's a foundation line. A lot of people like to highlight using this underneath the eyes and on the bridge of the nose. I don't really like that, but I'll do it a little bit for you guys. Just to highlight in the high points of my face, the bridge. I'm going to do a couple of lines here. Again, you can see that this colour is not a great deal lighter than my actual skin colour because I don't want that sort of look where I've got really dark contour and a really white face, because that is not how my skin actually looks. And then I'll do the smallest bit of a upside down triangle underneath the eyes. like so. And sometimes people like to do it beneath the contour to sharpen it up, but I'll show you guys how to do that by baking and setting the face with translucent powder. To blend out my highlighter, I'm just going to use this Sigma 3D HD precision brush to just buff and use stippling motion. I'm actually going to use the foundation Zoeva 107 brush to buff that area out. And the same for my under eyes. My under eyes are creasing because I've not set them yet and I absolutely hate that. As before, I'm going to go over this with a beauty blender just to give it that airbrushed finish. So be sure to do the lighter areas of your face first, because if you're going to be using a small amount of brushes, you don't want to do the contours of your face before you do the highlight, because then your highlight's going to go all mucky and brownie coloured. And now to blend out the contour along my nose, I'm using the same brush that I used for my highlight. And the same for the cupid's bow and underneath my lips. And then for the jawline, I'm going to buff it out with my Zoeva 107 brush, just because I feel like this gives me a smoother, more seamless finish, and I really don't want that foundation line sort of look. And then for my cheekbones, I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush, which is number 301, and I literally just blend it out really gently, and don't blend it down, blend it up. Unless you've done the line too far up, then blend it down. And then it's okay to take it higher, because when you contour the side of your face, you kind of want to do this 3 sort of thing. And then the same for the forehead. I'm just going to use this brush, and then I'm going to blend that out to make it very seamless with the Zoeva 107 brush, so there's no harsh contour or highlight lines. And that ties it together pretty nicely. So again, remember, you want everything creamy and everything kind of wet to go on your face first, and then powders after. So my two favourite non-powder highlighters, these Sephora Luminizing Radiant Drops. And these have more of a slight golden tone to them. And if you want something with a more champagne-y colour, I absolutely swear by Benefit What's Up. I definitely recommend something more goldy toned for more olive skin, and something more champagne toned for lighter skin. But of course, you can mix it up, and sometimes I do use a champagne colour one, because this one especially gives you a really nice candlelit sort of glow, and both of these give you a glow. It's not glitter, it's not shimmer, because I hate glittery highlighters because it's a bit much. So these you can actually play up by adding more and layering them, and you can actually tone them down by just adding a small amount of product. And if you are on the darker skin tone, then it's best to use pinkier coloured highlighters, because the champagne one can give you a grey look to your skin, which you don't want, and golden ones work for some people, and for others it's just a matter of testing it out and trial and error really. For the powders to match these, I definitely say the best champagne coloured powder highlighter is Mary Luminizer. It's absolutely gorgeous. To go with the Sephora Luminizing Drop, Becca Champagne Pop is the best powder highlighter I've ever come across. I absolutely swear by it. I love it. I've not opened it up and showed you guys because it broke. Okay, so now I'm going to take these Sephora Luminizing Drops, and I'm just going to... they don't really work as drops for me. Like, it doesn't pick up... the pipette doesn't pick up enough product, so I just kind of wipe it across here, and then I'm going to wipe a bit across here, and then do a tiny little bit on the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead. So you're basically just covering the high points of the face. And I like to use a beauty blender because it gives the best results for blending this out. Literally just blending this all the way up. You can do, of course, along your brow bone, but I'm just going to use the powder for that bit. And now we've done all the creams, we can now use powders. The powder contour kit that I originally started off with, which I thought was amazing and worked really well, was this sleek contour kit. It's affordable, it does the job, and it works really well, and comes in a decent range of colours. But because of my absolute obsession with makeup, I had to up my game a little bit, and I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour kit. I've also heard that the Smashbox one is really good, as well as the NYX one, which is another affordable, really good brand. This is in the colour light to medium. But for me, the next step is to bake, and I use this Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Translucent Powder for this. And I feel like this is a really affordable product that is easy to use and it works. And I bake my face quite a lot simply because I get oilier. If you have dry skin and you don't get oily, don't feel the need to do it if it's not something that you would like to. I bake my nose, my under eyes, and today I'm going to show you guys how to create a more chiseled contour line. So to start off, what I'm going to do is blend out any creases in my face because I do not want to set in place any creases. And also, this is a no colour powder, which means your face won't appear white afterwards. So now I've blended out any creasing. I'm going to take my not damp beauty blender and I'm just going to pat on this powder underneath my eyes in all of my problem areas, down my nose, around my mouth area because I get really greasy there, my chin, and my smile lines because I get real creasy there too. And then just underneath the contour, just a smooth line. So I leave this on for a little while, and while I'm doing that, I apply my powder contour simply because I really want it to sink into my makeup and set it. I'm just going to apply my powder contour using a combination of the 3 contour colours from the Anastasia Beverly Hills kit on a angled brush, and just really lightly dust that on and blend it up. I'm also going to take this angled brush and just go down the bridge of my nose again. And I'm just going to take a brush and dust that off. Personally, for me, this contour is a little bit strong. I would not do this every day. You can choose to just do 1 or 2 of these steps, or just use creams if you've got dry skin, or just use powders. It's completely up to you. I am just showing you the full shebang so you can take little bits of it and use it as you desire. Also, a lot of people don't know the difference between a contour powder and a bronzer powder. If you're looking for a bronzer powder, you're looking for something that's got warmer tones to it, so a warmer brown colour, and if you're looking for a contour powder, you want something that's a cooler brown colour, so something a little bit more ashy. For the powder highlight, I also don't always do this because I've already done the translucent powder. You can use either a pinky powder, which brightens up your under eyes, or a yellowy toned powder, which cancels out any dark areas of your skin. I am just going to take this angled luxie brush and I'm going to pat on this powder just to get rid of any dark hues that my under eyes might be giving off. And last but of course not the least, I am going to use my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter to go over all of the high points of my face where I've already highlighted. And look how sad and broken it is. It's such a silky powder as well, so like when it all fell out I couldn't even pick it up. So I'm going to take a small amount and bring that along the bridge of my nose. I'm just doing this using my finger, and also along my cupid's bow and on my brow bone so they can pop. And then I'm going to take a fan brush, tap off any excess product and lightly dust over my cheekbones and also upwards. With any excess, I'm going to do bits of my forehead and my chin. As you can see, that is popping. If at any point you feel like it looks too cakey, just take your damp beauty blender and dab it over. And that also emphasises the glow a little bit more. And that is the finished look. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And this is a double-edged... I am the Smashbox. I've also heard that the Smashbox one. Stop texting me, Michael.